Radiant heroes don't have too much max health. The Rubik support dies very easily. The Invoker dies really easily. The Enchantress also dies easily if there's a little bit of follow-up. Speaking of Enchantress, they're actually, again, it's not happening.
No. There's more support coming in under the cover of smoke to both sides. Arteezy was being hunted, but Arteezy's game sense is tingling. He just moves away and goes down to the Trinity camp we were talking about. Now I'm being invaded in my own jungle. The Observers and Sentries now being de-watered. Top lane set. Yep.
Okay.
Fly. Okay. Hey, real CM's channel full duration.
They threw everything in the kitchen at him. Not just the sink that time.
Get a lot of it back. Sumail's found a regeneration rune in bottom river.
Is about to take the
Sumail not skilling Moonlight Shadow, by the way. What is this? Not a single point in him? I mean, he could only have one, but he's level 10.
He went for 200 health instead.
It can be really useful for his team. Like, it can be the difference maker, but whether AM survives a gank or not. Is that worth 1 point in air? How about that? Okay.
I was actually kind of wondering too, like, how he would build in. We were kind of tossing up, like, where do you get a lot of your physical damage from? Like, how do you make sure you, like, obviously there's no physical build coming in this time around. There's 200 health, but not going to 15 damage, and he's going in for Aghanim Scepter. Huge lane clearance. And something that OG may not have an easy answer to. Like, both cores are going for Battle Furies, but Anti-Mage as well as Mirana, they can clean waves up so quickly, and they're so highly maneuverable.
Mid tower.
Yep. He comes in. Avalanche. Quick spin from Ana. The fear will be there, and that's going to force the Enchantress to run away. But Ana's in pretty deep. Still has Omnislash developed on a heavy amount of damage thanks to Demon Edge. And Chris, well, he'll stand there, and he'll tank the entire Omnislash. As the rest of EG back up behind the tier 2.
It was a good idea from S4, but he missed the toss on the Jugger. He tossed the creep instead that got in the way.
Seb, you're coming in deep, man. Like, now they're under a shrine. He's got a lot more Avalanche toss up into the arrow. And Thompson's trying to help out with the cold snap, pushing Sumail away. Enchantress now going to get the slice off. Nortel still there. The match point out easy. The EMP. They're all bone dry. It is an absolute drought of EG. Oh, Arteezy's not going to be happy with that one. The arrow from Sumail well off target of Iboga. Coldsnap's coming off cooldown right now. The Cursed Crown. Oh, everyone stand together and get done. Maybe there's some damage from the Bedlam, but then the Burris from Jirax picking up Chris. And this game has escalated quickly. Ana
is about to take
up
the
bombing.
It feels like, I don't know how to do this in her games, to just tempt everyone to try for the hard kills. If it's just a tilt effect, like you get annoyed, you're like, it's just kill the Enchantress, but
let's just get him. Let's just get him.
It's really costing EG here that they try to go for these Enchantress kills. They've got 2 on her, but how many have they failed? And how much time has that cost them?
It's cost them a lot. Juggernaut has finished a Battle Fury before the Anti-Mage.
Way before. Arteezy's not even close. He's 2,000 gold away from it right now.
The graphing golden experience gets to swing up. EG has obliged OG with a lot of fights, but they need to be able to settle this game down. They need the Aghanims, they need the split push, they need the Battle Fury, they need a lot of things. But what is OG doing? Giving them the room to breathe. Already attacking into the tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
The tempo is so high now from OG. Now they can kind of do whatever they want. Sand King will get a dagger very soon. Yep, they're going to drive out 4.
Nortel stunned continuously, but they'll still get the grab, pulling back down again. Burrow strikes at Balmor, making sure S4 does not get up now. Frostbite from Fly can't create enough space. And there's no other support coming in from EG. Instead it was coming from OG. And now it's a 17-minute blink dagger for a support SK. I'm wondering how you can make these two very not financially viable supports in so hard 5, but it's worked when Jirax has a blink dagger as fast as normal offlaners to get them.
Scanning for enemy.
Gets a DD.
Very uncertain about fighting against Jirax even with that DD.
He was thinking about it, but didn't want to go.
Good observers and sentries from EG. Jirax, oh, he'll cop that arrow. Still under sentry. Sumail can claim that kill nice quick. And then S4, he'll jump in as well. They're going up to the supports and they've got Sumail with a double kill. Turn your attention over towards them. It'll take a long time to get into the EMP burn. And also there from Thompson, making life a little bit more difficult for the Dark Willow. And Seb, he wants a battle. They have Sentry booked the Sentry. Somebody get rid of that. Flies moving forward. You can definitely see them. There's Sentry.
Oh, that's a good call.
Really good jump in. The Bramble. Catch out Ana. He's got Omni Slash. He can turn around right now. There's only one creep that's there. They're doing all the spin damage in S4. And he has to burn the ultimates from Ana. He'll crit at the end.
I think S4, sorry, not S4. I think Sumail couldn't arrow because Seb just kept running in front of him, so they couldn't combo on that to get another kill.
The Observer Watch lets them see. Fly, he knew he had to dodge. Moved out to the side. And then just his easy pickings.
I'd love to see a replay of that because that was so beautifully executed from EG, how they did the avalanche toss into the Terrorize on the Jugger. All they needed was to connect an arrow, but I think Seb ran in front of the Sumail Mirana and he couldn't land it. That's got to be what happened. And that's huge for the outcome of that. Instead of losing their biggest core, they get 2 kills. And sure, Arteezy's getting some space, but man, this is, by his standards, super late battle period. And he had a good start, too.
Kristead, EMP Tornado catching him up on the top, but Shadow Realm will add some protection. He's got no more mana to work with. We'll get the damage into N0tail, hung around a little longer. Arrow, it flies forward. A nice long 5-second stun. Overall, Rubik will now go down and fly. They kill off Thompson. EG, they needed something, and that's something. Seb, okay, I'll do this solo. Maybe I won't. Ana's nearby. Arteezy, the counter spell up and running. Ana's not going to take that risk of an Omni Slash. Maybe now it's time to pick up those bounty runes. 4 of them on the field. They've been there for 30 seconds. An unusual occurrence for 20-minute bounty runes.
Yep.
But there's just so much fun with 26 kills, 20 minutes into this game.
Sumail with the scouting arrow. Doesn't find anyone. If T-Rex knew, he would have taken the other one, I think, as well. He gets one, and that's 4 trade on Bowser in total. Once gets his shit together and takes this one. He doesn't want it, I don't know. He wants to push the wave first, that's fine. Now he's gonna take from big camp.
And Jerax is really just trying to stay on Arteezy like a tick.
Dude, is he doing this to just annoy us? It's there. He's not baiting it either.
It's income. It's coming in value. Maybe 1 gold, but it's value.
He felt like nobody from EG was going to come and try to take that. Because it was not set up as a bait. There was nobody there that would have killed on the run. So.
The Alacrity buff-ups up. Attack speed increased by 100, damage by 10. And Roshan, difficult to kill off. Once again, this is Enchantress. Even Roshan thinks she's untouchable. So what does EG do? They scan Roshan. They know what's going on, but how fast can you move over? You're gathering for a smoke, but Roshan's practically dead. 1.4k, 1k, and they're instead going for, well, nothing. Team over does nothing. They stay with the lanes.
Structures are fortified.
And Jerax is set up bottom. They want to connect over and try to kill Arteezy, probably. Never mind. Just gotta push out the bait.
Just Ana spelling just in case. OG can move up through mid. It has been the name of their game throughout this tournament. 20 minutes, 22 minutes hits. Let's go high ground, boys. Ana the front liner. Alacrity him up. Able to get freaking tangle, but hey, spin's also great from Ana. Sumail's getting some level of damage.
They have so much sustain. They have the Enchantress heal, they have heal and ward. They're going to go in with the next wave. He has the spin and Alacrity. They're just going to slowly chip this down. And Arteezy has to try to get as much as possible. They don't want to take this fight because realistically, OG are not favored in this.
Here we go again. Spin, attack, Fortify has to be used. Arteezy, he's refusing to join this fight. EG just have to hold the high ground.
They might have to lose a Rex too, actually, before they can fight. I think Arteezy without Manta in this game it's not going to be particularly useful.
Thompson's hunting. 460 move speed inside of that.
Yeah,
looking for a target, actually just inside the smoke. Like, that's
OG
not Ghost
backing
Walk.
off, this became pretty obvious to Arteezy that something is up. But he does... This is the thing about Crosswex Invoker compared to Exort Invoker. Invokers playing this build are generally really high on mana, so you will be looking for, okay, maybe Arteezy can come in toward the end of the fight and get a bit of mana void that gets kills, but if you hit this EMP on a couple of heroes, you're super high on mana the whole time. And even that won't be an option for him.
EG's coming out. Moonlight Shadow and Smoke being committed. They want to wrap around the back. They want to do something about Jirax. We need a ward up on this hillside to make it happen. CM's got one, both sentry and a cover. Fly drops the sentry to begin with, Observer straight after. But while that's been happening, there was no defense. Tier 3 tower is gone. There's even a couple of creeps to help the push go. Ana spins. Now he's going to take the melee ranks. You said EG may have to pay the price. The toss, they find one in deep. They're under the tier 4 towers. The arrow looking to get the 12, but the Omni stack. He's just totally stranded. Ana will find the kill. Fly trying to let it go. Ana's taking through all of this, however. The sustain. I thought EG are meant to be Captain America, but OG, they can do this all day. And the cold snap. That's nothing to follow it up. 14 HP. The Sunstrike. No, you've got no tackle. He stole the blink from Anti-Mage and jumps in. Of course you can do that. Finds the kill. Nice chain stun. Over on top to 5 seconds. But there's no one from EG who can get close. Jirax comes in with the Epicenter, expecting EG to engage, but they're not there. As OG look for another lane of racks. Pushing through. Crit. He's getting the chip damage into top. Where's your jump? Arteezy is still farming in mid lane. He will not join. Anti-Mage has not finished farming, but S4 is dead for 70 seconds. He's losing his teammates. And what does Arteezy want to do? The answer for Anti-Mage, keep on farming. What's OG going to do?
Keep on pushing?
Sounds good to me.
There's no Tiny for 50 seconds. This is... It's over. If they don't have the damage, they can't kill these heroes, I think. Jump in.
Could be a target. Moran, the male, he's leaping the wrong direction, but he had no other choice. He tried to get the Aghanim Stammer out, and now he doesn't have a way free. Arteezy's trying to grab the creep waves, but they're all pushed in. The bottom lane pushed in, which is allowing this pressure from OG up on the top as Fly. Man, Jirax, he doesn't get to. He's got defensive Yule Scepter available. Will get some cheap damage into N0tail, but he has to fight. BKB is up for Arteezy. Now's the time, but he's getting picked up, thrown away. Oh, that farming, but what did it achieve? Arteezy, well, he'll achieve one kill over onto N0tail. He'll blink away. Regeneration is required. Alving up so they can get back to the front lines. They can't lose all these lanes of ranks. Tiny is back up again. The TP's coming to the sideline. Here comes S4. Avalanche, top. They look towards Thompson. Maybe they got enough damage. Arteezy, the bucket from Jirax. It'll connect. The spell shield. It wasn't there to actually protect it. Now S4 is stranded. It was a hallelujah play from EG, but right now the gods are on the side of OG. Seb will get himself a double kill. The two big cores there for so long. Hagen's Immortal will give Ana back his life. They're claiming the range ranks. Megas are up 26 minutes in. EG are more than off the ropes. It's a tightrope. Net. They're barely setting the ropes on fire.
This happened really fast. I just want to point out how fast this happened. The game was really, really even for the first 15 minutes. And then we have this one moment where OG get multiple kills, Arteezy shows up and dies. And since then, it's been OG all the way to get the roach. They push with their invincible jugger with healing.
Up in the air, Cold Snap, he can leap away. This is the last chance for EG. All 5 players up. There is no racks, there's no tier 4 towers to really speak of. Just the one. Piranha jumps in, but Ana still stands his ground. Where's the attack? EG gather on the N0tail flag, looking for an opportunity, and Ana, he's begging for it. He's got Mana Style, he's ready to dodge. They're into the tree. Arteezy blinks away, and maybe Thompson. He'll be set up towards the gap. The Curse Crown is there. He'll be able to get the nice chain stun. Smithful on life. Arteezy getting some cleave damage. The Sentinel King by the Terrorize. Arteezy, the Mana Void is good, but is it good enough? Sustain from OG. It continues to run. Arteezy protected by the BKB. He has to jump back in again. Crit, S4. They even get the tornado onto Arteezy over the tree line. Goodbye. The lights are going out for EG right now. Luckily, this is a winner's bracket, but OG, they will push forward to the winners final, repeating the history of TI8, 2-1ing EG in this semi-final 2. In this semi-final 2.
That's, you know what? This game is Anti-Mage in a nutshell right now. If you have a good start, you have a good laning stage, this hero, it needs time, it needs space. Arteezy, with just these 2 deaths and the limited farm that he ended up having, just gets overtaken. He gets eclipsed by this Juggernaut super quickly. And then when it comes to defense, well, guess what? You have an anti-mage. It's kind of 4 and 5. OG run them over. They put so much pressure. They take the Roche. They go for all the racks in one streak. And they made it look really easy. But in this replay for EG, there's like 1 or 2 moments to go and look back on and be like, man, if we don't go for the Enchantress, this game is so different. And this hero is proving to be a huge problem. They won all 3 games in the series. It was a big nuisance to the other team in all 3 of the games. But you got to, against OG, you got to choose. What do you want to ban?
And you got to do something. OG, they're looking absolutely amazing. Even without Ire, even without Mag, they are a world-class team looking to potentially be the first team to get back-to-back victories. Will it be possible? They look good. They look amazing. Doubters, if you thought last year was maybe a fluke, OG are looking to prove it right now. They're cool, calm, and most definitely happy.
Very happy indeed. A year in between, 2 of the same rosters meeting on the grand stage of the International. The same result, OG moving forward, EG dropping to the lower bracket. May I just